Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Thursday, May 18th, 2023. So I wanted to address something in this video that I posted a day or so ago, a couple days ago, here, and then reposted to TikTok, and that's where I got this comment. And that was, I was talking about, in a potential housing market collapse, not because housing market dynamics are bad. I think we all kind of agree that they seem to be stable, right? That's the eerie thing, is they seem to be okay. But what if we had an existential crisis outside of the housing market that then spilled over to it? Something seismic that caused a lot of people to lose their jobs or not be able to make mortgage payments or whatever. And I was speculating, I was like, what would happen to the home? Like if you have these homes that supposedly nobody can afford to buy, but then you have a person in the home who can't afford to pay for the home. And I said, well, what would happen from there? Like what's going to happen at that point? And I think in that video I mentioned something about I'd heard of, and I just don't have the exact specifics on this, but I heard about a program that had started during the pandemic years when there was so much frothy equity in homes, where they just shot up in valuation, where basically an institution was going around, and I don't know exactly who it was or how many institutions there were, but take like a big fund like a BlackRock or something like that was going to homeowners and saying, look, we'll buy your house, we'll pay cash for your house, or whatever method they were going to use. We'll buy your house, you'll untap all this equity, and you don't have to leave the home. You can just rent the home. So we want to keep you in the home. We want you to make rent payments to us, but we're going to give you this big fat check because we're going to buy the home from you. We're going to buy it right out from under you. You stay in it, you pay rent, you never even have to pack a cardboard box, et cetera, right? So I'd mentioned that in that video, and then I reposted the Facebook Live raw video over to TikTok. And I got a comment over there, kind of funny. The guy called me Gumby. And actually, I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, the trolls and the comments and the name calling, maybe the first time around it was a little eye opening, but it's actually quite humorous when you see it and you kind of put yourself in the shoes of the person who posted it. But anyway, a guy called me Gumby and said, yeah, Gumby, you're talking about a reverse mortgage. But here's the thing that kind gentleman should. Or gentlewoman should know, is that I wasn't talking about a reverse mortgage. A reverse mortgage is a situation where the homeowner, as they're paying into that reverse mortgage, they're retaining the title to the home, right? And at their passing, there's optionality, if I understand correctly, for their heirs in terms of do they pay off the reverse mortgage? Do they not pay it off and let the title go back to the bank? That kind of thing, right? So there's some nuance there with the title and who actually continues to own the home in title. What I was talking about in my Facebook Live video a few days ago is absolutely not that. The title passes to the fund that buys the property, right? So again, I don't know if it's BlackRock. I'm just going to use them as an example. But let's say you have a fund like BlackRock that's making this offer to you, the homeowner. They're not letting you keep the title. They want the title. They want to own the home, and you become a pure renter. So reverse mortgage holders are not renters. They retain title to their home. Now, they can lose that title if things go bad, if the reverse mortgage, if there ends up being an issue with that or whatnot. So I'm not saying there's no threat to that happening, but as a matter of course, a reverse mortgage holder does not surrender title. But this idea that I had heard about absolutely surrenders title and ownership of the home to the entity. So that's what I'm, and this is with a larger theme, guys. And I mean, I think I've seen this in a lot of places. I mean, just, this isn't the only topic that this comes up in terms of home ownership and stuff. But this nation is just becoming a renter nation. I mean, it's just harder and harder to own anything due to the soaring costs, inflation, borrowing, regimes. It's just I think you just see the trend as it's just very unlikely that somebody outright owns anything, and it's a sharing economy. It's a renting economy, and I think there's an incendiary undertone to that in certain circles. Like when you talk about becoming a renter nation, that's seen as a very insidious development. And I'm not saying it is, and I'm not saying it isn't, but I've just heard that and I've seen that. Some people would argue, I think, that it's a great thing that you just, go to any of these like real estate gurus who tell you you don't want to own a home, you want to rent your home, and then take the down payment and whatever other cash you got and go buy rental homes, right? So you got big real estate gurus who want you to buy real estate and invest in real estate saying you should be a renter. You should not be a homeowner, right? So I'm not sure that I would classify becoming a renter nation as automatically bad. I think the systemic macro issues beneath that could be bad and probably will be bad. But that's just my personal opinion and no expert here. It just feels like there's something very bad afoot, and it feels like it's going to bring in or usher in this sort of trend of, nobody owns a home, everybody rents their home, and then the wealth in the home transfers to the ultra wealthy, to hedge funds, institutions, extremely wealthy individuals, things like that. So anyway, guys, really curious what you think about this. The renter nation thing, the reverse mortgage versus buy you out of your home thing, housing market crash thing, and so on and so forth. So drop a comment or a question below, guys. Would love to hear from you and see what you think about it. So thanks for watching this, guys. Hope everybody has a good Thursday night.